everybody, it's Melissa. We're nearing the end of February 2025, so I'm going to be giving you my top 3 favorite fragrances of the month, and typically I say top 5. But this month there was only really 3 fragrances that I was constantly using in my rotation, and it would be misleading if I were to just add 2 other fragrances to this list to fill a quota, because we don't do that around here, okay? So as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. Discount codes and discount links for these fragrances going to be pinned in the comment section below, also in the description box, but always just buy however you feel the most comfortable, because those are affiliate codes and affiliate links, okay? So starting off with number 3, it's really no surprise, Salt and Pepper by Precious Liquid. The only surprise here is the fact that this is not like a top 2 fragrance, because typically it's in that range for me. This is a scent that I use throughout the year, right? I know this is just the beginning of the year, but over the past couple years, I use it throughout the year. But this month in particular, it's been kind of hit and miss with the weather, right? This is a year-round type of fragrance, but we've had like rainy weeks, you know, and then sometimes it'd be hot in the morning and then cold at night. So I've kind of been wanting a more intimate fragrance, and Salt and Pepper is something that has decent projection. And this to me is just overall a very sexy fragrance. And sometimes I don't want to rock a sexy scent, right? Sometimes I want something that's going to be more comforting. But this, it's always just, for me, I know when I wear it, I'm just going to love it, right? Even if I'm in the car and I'm just running errands and I smell this just wafting off of me, it just does things. It just smells so good. It's a masculine fragrance. It's like a blue scent, you know, like think of things like Bleu de Chanel, Sauvage, that type of DNA, but like a niche sort of version. I'm not saying that this fragrance smells like Bleu de Chanel or like Dior Sauvage, but it just has that type of mass appeal that if you are gonna wear it and you're around, you know, your everyday sort of people, they are gonna like this smell for the most part, okay? So this fragrance is just, it has yet to be beat in terms of compliment factor when comparing basically every other fragrance I have in my collection. Actually, not every fragrance. This is my most complimented scent, and every single time I'm on live, whether it's here on YouTube or on TikTok, did I say TikTok? I said TikTok, right? I said TikTok. Every time people are constantly asking me, Melissa, what's your most complimented fragrance? What's a sexy fragrance? And it gets annoying to constantly hear me say Salt and Pepper, but that's my experience, okay? This is not a video for me to say, oh, you guys buy this fragrance. No, okay? Like this, for me, I love, but if I'm gonna recommend something for you, I'm gonna recommend something different, because this is my shit right here, okay? So this one, it is a peppery fragrance with some ambroxan. Some of my followers, I should specify, my male followers are like, is that basically Dior Sauvage? And maybe to the male nose, it might be a little similar, but I gotta say Dior Sauvage is probably the most popular fragrance that women are used to smelling. And every single time I've worn this, there's been no woman that says, are you wearing Dior Sauvage? That's Sauvage. Or like, they all love this DNA. And I feel like if it really did smell like Sauvage, I would have at least gotten that comment once over the past however many years I've owned this scent, but I have yet to receive that. It's always just like a feral nose to the neck type of like long hug. Oh my God, that smells so sexy. I really like the way you smell, all that sort of stuff. That's the reaction I get with Salt and Pepper. All right, number 2, dude, I love this fragrance. I don't care what anybody says. It's Sauvage Elixir. Listen, I know how much the internet loves to hate on Sauvage, and I understand both perspectives of it, right? Because when it comes to people in the fragrance community, this is like the most popular scent on the masculine side of things. And I think the reason, well, actually, Sauvage in general, okay, I'm not specifically talking about the Elixir, but whenever people hear Sauvage, they always just think of the typical, like the EDT, maybe the EDP, right? But I think a lot of people's negative impression of this fragrance doesn't really have to do with the scent, but more so how people apply it. Because, I mean, your average person, when they buy a fragrance, they want to be attractive. And from what I have seen, like actually visually seen, and even people in my DMs and stuff like that, they just mindlessly spray. A lot of guys that own Sauvage because they want to get compliments so bad that they just choke the room out and they're nose blind to their fragrance so they don't even realize it, and it just pisses everybody else off. And then they wonder, how come I'm not getting any compliments? It's because you smell desperate, right? But this one right here, people could talk so much shit about Sauvage Elixir. I still love this fragrance, and I love wearing it when it's cold outside. Like when it's sweater weather, or, you know, when I'm wearing a hoodie or something and I can't see the sun outside because it's so cloudy and gloomy and it's rainy, it hits. Like I went to the post office and I had to drop off some stuff to like UPS. I got complimented by a woman, and I did one spray of this on the back of my neck. And again, whenever I wear fragrances, I wear it for me. And that's always, I feel like that's common sense. You have to wear what you like, right? And it's just a cherry on top when somebody else really enjoys it. But yeah, to just wear one spray of this on the back of my neck and to be able to smell it all day, and for the scent bubble to still carry, and for it to still be something that someone's like, ooh, yeah, you smell really nice. Like, I like that, you know? It's just so good. Now, what I love about Sauvage Elixir is that it still has like a typical Sauvage DNA, right? But in the dry down of it, it kind of goes a little bit niche. And when I say niche, there's some complexities to this scent that you don't smell in your typical standard designer fragrance, right? When you go to the mall, when you go to Sephora, a lot of the designer fragrances, they are meant to be mass appealing. They're meant to be something that when you smell it for the first time, you can anticipate, okay, that's how it's supposed to smell the entire wear time. So do I like this or do I hate this, right? But with the Elixir, it presents a little bit more of a challenging aspect to it. Now, Elixir is something that I just cannot wear on the daily because it's such a powerful beast mode fragrance. If I did live where it was cold year round, I would absolutely be wearing this more. But I don't, for myself, I'm not wearing this when the sun is out. I'm not wearing this usually when it's daytime. And like if I have to wear any sort of sweater, like if I'm in a tank top like I am right now, probably not gonna wear Sauvage Elixir. I also wore this to like a ball game, and it's just so nice. Like, it's a very sexy fragrance. I don't care. I know I'm gonna get hate. I know people are gonna roll their eyes when they see this, but that, like, to me, okay, that's where a big difference is with the internet versus reality of things. And the same thing goes with salt and pepper. The only people that I've ever hated on salt and pepper are people in my DMs or in my comment section saying, well, you're only talking about it because you have a discount code, blah, blah, blah. I got a discount code. For that code applies to any precious liquid fragrance, but I'm not sitting here yapping about every single precious liquid fragrance and trying to push it to you for money. You know what I mean? I talk about this because I like it, the same way I talk about Sauvage Elixir because I like it. And the great thing is, people in person rock with these fragrances. And every single day of the week, I'm always going to choose the in-person reactions versus trying to impress random strangers on the internet that I will never meet. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of performance, dude, all day. I'm not exaggerating when I say 24 hours. And that's, again, with just like 1 to 2 sprays of this scent. I don't think I said it with salt and pepper, but this one goes over 8 hours. This is also a really good performing fragrance, but Sauvage Elixir, I don't care what they say. Yeah, it's a good fragrance. Why did I break out into song? This isn't High School Musical. All right, number 1 fragrance. Another 13. I know what you're thinking. You're like, BS. Look how there's barely a dent in that bottle. If you were to compare this fragrance to my Santal 33, which is the same exact size, and I got Santal earlier, the bottle is like filled to the brim, right? This, you still see a little bit of something, and I don't use a lot of sprays of this fragrance. I do at max 5 sprays of this scent, but that's even on a rare occasion. I'm typically sticking to 2 to 3 sprays of another 13 because it's cozy, it's intimate. And what I like about, you know what, it is intimate, but I should say that this thing could have pretty decent projection, especially if you are spraying 5 sprays of it. it is going to be noticeable when you step into the car or you're sitting in a car with somebody. They're going to smell this fragrance on you, okay? A lot of people go nose blind to another 13, so they just think it's no longer on them, but it is, okay? So this is, it smells like pear, and then it's like an ISO E-Super fragrance. So ISO E-Super is a note that will enhance your skin chemistry, and it can also just potentially make whatever fragrance you layered with smell better and just last longer. Not saying it's going to turn it into a beast mode scent that's going to fill the room, but it will make the fragrance more noticeable for a longer period of time. And on me, this is just more of like a clean laundry scent. In fact, this morning, okay, I did some laundry 3 nights ago or something, and on one of the sweaters I wore, I did 2 sprays of another 13. And then I washed that sweater, and then I wore it this morning when I was going to get my car fixed, and my sweater smelled like a combo of like a little bit of a faded another 13 and actual laundry, and that smelled super good. I can't lie. I'm like, this combo is hitting. I know that laundry always smells good, right? But just the hint of another 13 just kind of made my laundry smell even more luxurious. Did I say luxurious? Luxurious, if that makes sense. You know, so this scent is so good. You hear people call this overrated too. I think that's maybe the common thing about the fragrances I'm talking about. Salt and pepper, not really called overrated because it's not even known to be as popular for it to be on that level. Yet with niche people, maybe they'll call it that, right? But with Le Labo fragrances like another 13, this is probably one of the most popular fragrances from that brand. So a lot of people always want to hate on it because they want to be different, right? But there's a reason, I'm telling y'all, there's a reason why this is a good scent. Now, even though this has versatility and has the possibility to be worn year round, I don't recommend wearing it in the high heat, wearing it to the gym. This to me is a fragrance that you want to wear kind of like when you're indoors and like there's AC blasting, right? Like to work, if you are somebody that's going to wear a fragrance to work, do minimal sprays. Of course, you got to be considerate of your coworkers, right? But there's a sort of professionalism to this smell, or even if you wear it when you're dressed up, it just smells so nice. But this isn't the type of fragrance that you want to wear to the beach. You know, if you're playing beach volleyball, you're swimming in the waves, you're at the pool, another 13 just might not be the move for that. But if you're going to a brunch, right? Or like, are you going like that will smell really good. This will smell really good in that sort of situation. So versatility is good, but just be cautious when it's like super hot outside or when you're getting warm or if you're getting sweaty. Like, don't wear another 13 to the gym because it won't hit the way you want it to hit if you're purposely making yourself sweaty and heating up your body temp in that way, you know? But anyways, there it is. These are my top 3 for the month of March. We'll see. I kind of wish there was going to be a bit more colder days because that Sauvage Elixir is just, I always feel like there's a couple months out of the year, ever since I've had this fragrance, where I would just geek out about that scent because I love it a lot, but I can't use it the way I want to use it. All right, but anyways, let me know what your top 3 or your top 5 fragrances have been for February 2025. Again, discount codes and discount links to purchase these fragrances pinned in the comment section below, also in the description box, but always buy where you're comfortable, like I always say. Okay, I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.